All right, so GreenSkull podcast, DJ GreenSkull, aka MCKG. Today we got the homie Alexis. What's good,
What's up,
bro?
Gabe? What's going on?
What's up, man? Well, I had a couple questions, so pretty much we'll just jump right into it. Um,
Okay.
so you let me use your car for a music video recently, and so
Mhm.
what got you into cars?
So cars have always just been something that's been a nice hobby of mine. It started off when I was younger, with pops. Every Saturday working on his low riders, whether it be like a Cadillac. He's really into Cadillac, so usually a Cadillac, some Impalas, a Buick. Just working up on those cars. Waking up on Saturday, he would pick us up, go to his house, and just start either tearing something down or putting something together. So it started when we were young. Just I gotta thank my pops for getting me into that, putting that hobby into my hands, and now I've just made it my own. Taking from my style, from the style that he taught me, and just putting what vision I have for my car, and just get it going that way.
Yeah, so I guess like growing up, you became like a natural mechanic, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So in Spanish, my pops got a saying that's called echando a perder se aprende, meaning if you break it, then you'll learn how to fix it. So
Oh
he
yeah, I get
you
you.
know he gave us that initiative to just keep working on the cars. Be handyman, know how to use our hands, and just not be. He would say, don't be left like useless and wondering like, oh, what can I do to do this, and being helpless. Get dirty and get to working on it and fix it.
That's true, man. Knowledge is power,
Yeah,
you know. The more you
yeah,
know, the more you know, is good.
and it's come in handy a lot. I do most of all the work on my car, do all the work on the low riders. We help out friends whenever we can, so it's been a blessing for sure.
Dang. So have you ever like jumped into that field like as a job?
So I did jump into like the dealership type of thing, but never like working on cars. I would sell parts is what I would do, and deliver parts, and just kind of get to know the car from the inside out, like through the parts area or parts department. And then just go into the shop when I was there and just check out the dudes working on the cars. But no, I've thought about like going to school and just having more personal knowledge of like what exactly does what in a car instead of just like, oh, let me take this on, see what it does.
Yeah.
Um, but the opportunity hasn't really presented itself. Um, so it's just mainly just weekend things, hobby things. So
Oh, I get you. So
yeah.
growing up and being around cars, working on them, putting your hands on them, did you ever, you have your favorite car? Like a car that maybe
So
you don't have yet, or you did
so
you get it?
there Yeah, so there's a couple. I started off when me and my brother we shared our first car. So we had a 2001 Camaro. It was convertible. So that was our first car that we had a little bit of issues. It was a used car. It was crashed, but we got what we could afford. So we started off with that, and then after that we just kept like building. So I went from that to my Honda Prelude, 2001, and then I started working on that. I also had a truck when I was doing mobile detailing, a little Mazda truck. um,
Oh,
so pretty much I've had like many different cars. um, but I could say I do have a couple of favorite ones that if I could right now I would go out and get, but right now is not the time. If we're talking lowrider, I got to go with either a 64 or 68 Impala. If we're
I
talking
see,
like
I
a hot
see.
rod, if we're talking like a hot rod, I'd go with like a 65 Chevelle. Um, some
Okay.
people go with like the 69 70s that are a little bit more round, but I really like that square shape. So I'd go with like a 65 Chevelle. Um, and then if we go newer, I wouldn't mind getting my Honda Prelude back. I had that thing finished. I love that car. Or if we go with like an older, like more rare car, there's always like the Nissan GTR, the Mazda RX-7. Those are pretty much like dream cars that I would love to have one day, if I'm
I
allowed
get you.
to. But
Yeah.
I'm not in regards to like past that. Like I'm more of like an old school type of guy. I mean, I have a 19 Civic SI, but if I could like switch it and go back older, I would. I'm not really into like the supercars or stuff like that. Like I want to build something that was built slow from the factory and let's make it go faster.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
you.
yeah.
So you talked about your Honda. What happened to your Honda Prelude? You just sold it?
Yeah, so I sold it a couple years ago. I was just like in a mood to just like start fresh with something new. So I sold my
Oh,
Prelude, I sold my Jeep, and then from that, I went and financed my Civic SI that I have right now, and I've just been pouring into that one.
no, yeah, I see. Let me know
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
So I asked before, when we were filming, I asked how much I guess you put into it. You don't have to say, but I just wanted to know, like, learning all that, like, where do you even get stuff like that? Like, is it through the company itself?
So you can get there's tons of companies that are like for performance or for style, or appearance. So it really just depends on what you're trying to do. Right now, I focus a lot on the appearance aspect of the car, make it look nice, make it look clean, and then slowly working my way towards performance, making it go faster, being built stronger, so that when I need the power, it's there.
I get you, I
Yeah.
get you. So aside from cars, I could see there's a guitar right there. And I remember when I would go to
Yeah.
the what was it, the every Wednesday youth group.
hmm hmm
Um, Danny would be messing with the keys and you'll be playing the guitar. Have you always been into playing instruments?
So I picked up a guitar, I'm gonna say my sophomore year of high school. So that was like 2010, 2009. I got it from a buddy was playing, one of my buddies from back then in high school. He actually let me borrow one of his guitar and then ended up giving it to me. I still have it somewhere. Um, so it just started there, just learning how to play. I've always liked music, so being able to play guitar was always a dream. Now I got like five, six guitars that are all over the place. Some at my
Nice.
brother's house. Some I have two here, one in my storage, one at church. So it's just always been a blessing. And then I learned through the church, some church programs, how to play guitar. And then after that, I slowly moved on to the bass, which is what I've been playing recently. I've been playing that for like 3 years, and that's been a lot of fun, a lot less stressful because you're just having fun with the bass instead of leading with the guitar. So that's been fun.
Yeah. So like at what point, like how long did it take you to actually like all right, I could play?
I guess you're never really comfortable, but I would say I was able to play in front of people after like a year of
Oh
playing.
dang.
Yeah,
It's
but I was like
dedication.
on it. Yeah, I was on it like every day for like 3 hours nonstop.
Nice.
So I was putting the work in
Damn. You have
for
a
sure.
favorite
Yeah.
tune?
Um, Not really. I just play, anything and everything whenever
Start
I can.
strumming, just
Yeah, I like learning. You know, I really like different playing, like what they would call like an unorthodox like drum pattern or something, or beat. That's always just fun to figure out and play around with. So.
Oh, okay. So, as regard to the guitar, was it just like you wanted to learn just because, or did you want to learn because, like, do you like rock music or like music with guitar?
I just, my buddy, his name was Angel. He always played guitar, during lunch breaks and always had his guitar. And I would see him playing. I was like, damn, I want to do that. I want to be able to learn how to play. So I just picked it up after watching him and just been like, I want to play. And then now I get to play at church or whenever I used to play at church. I've always enjoyed doing that as well. So it's been pretty good.
Dang. So, is church still like everyone's still going during like the pandemic
So
and all that?
yes, so we were having a lot of outside services, and just live stream for a good while too as well. We recently moved in, still kind of separated, but at least we're inside. All this
Yeah.
rain that's been happening, we've been inside. So they figured, land, let's just keep it inside. So that's what we've been up to.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, huh? Like the weather be normal and then rain,
Yeah,
super windy, then it's normal again. It's like, what the heck is going
yeah,
on?
yeah. But I'm not excited for the heat, even though I like the summer better.
Yeah,
I can already feel it coming.
yeah, it's gonna be like super hot.
Yeah.
So showing your interest with guitar, did you ever get in? Because Danny's into music
hmm
on a different level, I guess. Because does Danny play the piano still, or is he just
Yeah,
rap?
yeah. He still plays the piano.
Oh,
Still pretty
okay.
good at it.
So have you showed like have you ever thought about making songs with your guitar or jumping in
So
doing more
I've
music with Danny?
I've done a couple songs with Danny. I even tried rap. Don't go look at those songs. They're horrible for me.
There's one
But
out though, right? I think there's one out
there's a couple,
or a
but
couple. Okay.
don't look for them. It's okay. Um, yeah, so like in regards to your question, in regards to music, it's never really been about like, I guess what's the word I want to say? It's never really been about like me showcasing my own stuff. I would love to make like a little project of just things that I wrote, but it's never been like a priority for me. It's just been like, hey, I enjoy the music. I'm just gonna enjoy it, and I don't need to put it out. You know, I'm chilling.
Oh, I get you. So
Yeah,
yeah, you just play for you, you know.
yeah,
And that's
pretty
always good.
much.
Like it's it's kind of I guess like a therapy.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy just sitting down and just playing guitar and just figuring out new little sounds. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Are all of them acoustic, or do you jump on like the
I had an electric. I played it for a couple years. I just recently sold it only because I don't have any more space for it.
mm.
But for the most part, I stick to acoustic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
electric. I like electric over acoustic, but like they're loud. Like when you plug them in,
Yeah,
they're loud as hell.
yeah, yeah. And I'm pretty much, for the most part, I'm gonna say I'm like 40% taught, 60% self-taught. So I never really got into like really diving into like solos and stuff like that. So mainly just that's why I mainly focus on acoustic.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's cool, man. At least like you got some help, and then you showed interest in yourself, so you took
yeah,
it upon yourself.
yeah,
So
for sure.
with music, right? I
Hmm.
remember there's a thing called I think Los Buicks, right?
Those bookies,
Bookies? Oh, that was
yeah,
Buicks. Because
no
I was talking to
bookies,
Fredo, and he's like, I think it's Buicks. I'm like, a Buick's a car, right? I mean,
yeah, books.
they like cars. That's what it was.
No, no, no. We're the bookies, and bookies is actually an old like Hispanic band.
Oh,
And you
okay.
should check out their movies, their music. They're pretty dope. But I don't know why Danny. We performed with Danny, and we just started calling me and Johnny. Johnny is the drummer. When we performed with Danny and on the basis, but we just started calling ourselves the Bookies. I have no idea why, but
Oh, okay, okay. That was a Buick this whole time. What the heck? That's funny. So, okay, with Bookies, right? What is that? What's a Bookie?
so Buki is this old Hispanic band. It's pretty much traditional Mexican style band, on the
Oh,
type of
okay.
thing. So they just had a funny name. So I don't even know why we decided to go with that, but we did.
Oh, okay. So with you
Yeah.
guys together, have you guys like made songs?
No, no, we haven't really had the time to like sit down and make our own music. We just, we love to back up Danny when he performs. Um, Pretty much can play pretty much like if we want to perform with you,
Mm.
we'll have a session, just play with you as well. Um, Sometimes those sessions just turn into doing covers.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
get
it's
you.
pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember I was getting everything set up for the Hue Festival in
Mm,
March last year.
mm,
And, Johnny with the drums, bro,
yeah.
Savage Life. So I
Yes,
was
he
all
is.
excited, man. Like we were practicing at the church. And then, yeah, you know what happened. It didn't
Yeah.
happen because of the COVID. And then, but
Yeah.
dude, I was so excited because like I've always wanted to incorporate like live music, like instruments. I
Yeah.
think it's just, it's a whole like there's a type of performance like with a rock band or like just a band in general
Hmm.
live, and there's a type of performance where there's like rappers that are live, but you'll always get the chills from both. But I just
Yeah.
feel like it takes more like skill and effort to do it with an
Yeah.
instrument together, synchronized, and
Yeah, and
uh,
it definitely changes the dynamic of the whole performance. I mean, I mean, speaking with my brother Danny, I'm sure he feels a lot more comfortable performing, with a band or with his brothers up on stage than him kind of playing off of a track and just being up there by himself. So it for
yeah.
sure changes the dynamic, and you're allowed to get a little more hype because you're actually feeling it a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think like when you start performing as a rapper, it could get a little weird because like you're all by yourself, and then you try to like
Yeah.
hype people up. You're like, it's just you. Like I don't know, it could get weird. It could trust me, I
Yeah.
know it could get a little weird.
Yeah, but we've been trying to, since we have Danny hasn't really had any shows or anything or performances, we've been just trying to find a day to just kind of like jam out and just have some fun. So maybe we can get some gay MCKG songs as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, let me know when you guys like hang out or whatever. I'll go
Yeah,
wherever. I mean, I'm getting the vaccine, so
so you're
it
chilling.
should be fine, hopefully. But yeah, dude. I mean, I've been talking to Danny about the little project that me and him are supposed to put together,
Mhm.
and honestly, it's lagging more on my side because of my computer and then a little bit of other things on the side. But I have the verse
Mhm.
done, and I told him, but he said that he wants to send me the hook again because I think he said the hook is off a little. So
Oh, okay.
once he sends that, we'll get that going, and
There it is.
that'll be two songs done. And I have a third one. I just didn't know if you would want to get on that one because I went like chill, and then it went like totally political. Like I didn't even try to. Like it just went like it was chill and then political. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to send that, because I kind of want the
Yeah.
project to be good vibes. I don't want it to be all
Mhm.
weird. But I just thought like, I kind of just let my mind just go and like whatever came, and that's what came, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, but aside from the music, going back to the cars and like your love for cars, so you guys joined a couple car shows, right?
Yeah, so well, I try to go to pretty much as many car shows as I can. I love going to them, just
Oh
seeing
yeah,
everybody's take
always a
on a
vibe.
car. Yeah, for sure. The DJ is always playing good music. You see some nice cars.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes they have some racing events. Sometimes they have some drifting events. So it's just a good fun day. It's sometimes a long day because you have to get up early, clean the car, make sure it's doing good. Sometimes you have to go an hour, 2 hours away, so you want to make sure you get there on time, type of thing. So, but for the most part, I enjoy them as much as um, I like to go to them. I try to keep my eye out to any close ones. If I got to travel, my last one that I went to was in Arizona, and it was just for a day, so I made it a weekend trip. I went out there for the whole weekend. Just kind of got there Friday night, woke up early Saturday, went to the
Nice.
show.
Where was it
So
at in
that's
Arizona?
pretty good. The place was called Mesa, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So just
Okay.
past Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little off. Just like
yeah, little,
dang,
yeah,
so you drove a bit. That's a
yeah,
bit because if you gotta drive through Phoenix, like on the freeway,
yeah.
that takes a
You gotta
little bit
drive
of
through
time right
Phoenix
there.
and
Yeah.
then go a little bit around and get to where you're
Yeah.
going. But I mean, I had a great time. The show was amazing. So
Oh yeah.
it's all
You
part of
talk
the
to a lot of
game.
people, get some connections, all that stuff.
Yeah, see some ideas. Figure out how to change your car up a bit. So
Yeah. I mean, I've every time I've been to a car show, it's always been like, like a cool setting. Everyone's
mhm.
willing to talk to you about stuff.
Yeah,
So, like who's the artist that painted this or, stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So joining the car shows, have you ever like won?
So I haven't won yet with my Civic.
Oh,
My
okay.
Civic I think is still being designed, still trying to get to that level. But with the Prelude, I think I got a second place at one show and a third place at another. Haven't hit that first place yet. But
Mhm.
we're trying to get to it for sure.
You know how they judge that? Like, can any car go, or do they only say,
Yeah.
okay, from this year to
Well,
this year?
so sometimes they break them down into categories based like by like Honda, Nissan, etc.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
they put them, Japanese, American, and then like Korean or whatever. But it all just depends on who's putting the show. Lately, what they've been doing is, they want to have the best quality show, so they pre-screen the vehicles. You have to submit your car,
Oh,
photos
okay.
of your car, tell them what you have, what you don't have, and then they'll make a decision if they want you in the show.
Mm,
And then they'll charge you, of course. And then you get to participate and then get judged based on the looks, based on your setups. There goes lots of different judging categories that they go off, and then I guess it's a point system, and then they just see who's the best from there.
dang. I wonder who's judging. And I didn't know you get charged to be in it.
Yeah, you have to
What?
pay to go to car shows. Yeah, to participate.
Damn. I mean, do you
Yeah.
win money or you just like a trophy?
You would have to get like the best of the show to get like a cash prize.
Oh, okay.
But for the most part, you're paying for a good time, good day. Um, and then if you get a trophy, then it's all worth it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're paying for a good time. I mean, you wouldn't
Yeah,
be there and you wouldn't be submitting it if you didn't want to go. So I guess, yeah, I
yeah,
guess you're right.
yeah. So
But man, so like, is it always just you, or I see Team Blessed on your car. Like, is there
yeah.
more people that roll with you?
When Danny had his car, his Integra, his Acura, then we would go to shows together. Right now, he's still, working on a couple project cars, so we're waiting for him to do that. But I've just been rolling by myself to these shows, take my girl with me or go with a couple of buddies, and just been chilling like that. Sometimes I try to get like we have a car community out here of just like Honda Civics. So we'll send a
Oh
message out and be
shit.
like, who wants to go? And hopefully we get like a good number of people. But for the most part, if it's a long show, I know I'll probably end up going like by myself and just go chill,
Oh, I get you.
and spend the day out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, so for the most part, you're rolling solo.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Solo,
dedication.
waiting for the team to
Yeah,
finish up theirs.
I can relate, man. Like every time I've got offered a show and they're like, oh, anybody else who wants to hop on? And then, I tell the homies and it's not ready or they're not old
Yeah.
enough. So then I gotta go alone. I gotta do it,
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
put
You gotta
on.
do what you gotta do. Gotta start repping
Yeah. But
for sure.
especially like I mean, if you're going with your girl, then it's not like you're really alone. I was just talking about
Yeah.
like a car, like two cars or
Yeah, yeah,
two.
yeah. I try to get some buddies to go. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can. Usually, most shows start going on like a Sunday, so then it makes it difficult to go because it's like the end of the weekend. So I try and stay away from shows on like a Sunday. But for the most part, I come back. If it's on a Saturday, then for sure I'm there.
Dang, I wonder what it takes to like set up a whole car show. Like, you ever thought about starting a car show?
So we did a car show at the church. I'm gonna say maybe like 4 years ago. It was a
Oh,
lot of work
damn.
for sure. Getting the trophies, getting the categories, getting people,
To go?
promoting it and to go. That's for
Yeah.
sure definitely the hardest part. We had a good turnout. We had like a good 40, 50 cars. Um, but it's definitely a lot of work.
Damn. Sheesh. Oh, yeah, I bet there's like a bunch, like I guess I don't even know how that would work. Like if someone hits your car by accident or I don't know, probably just
Yeah,
cause a little bit of problems. But
yeah, you gotta
with
be
cars,
extra
right?
careful. Hmm.
Yeah, you gotta be extra careful. But with cars, um, like I've told you the story, right? Like when we were filming there was a dude one time I was coming home from work. It was like 11:30. We're at a red
Yeah,
light. I'm right there blasting my reggae music. And then
yeah.
dude pulls up, starts yelling at me. He's like, let's race. And so I put my car in park and I started revving it, right?
Hmm.
Like, wee, wee. And then when the light turned green, bro, I just put it in drive all slow and just went slow. And that dude gunned it. Like he was like, "Ooh." Like I was just like, dude,
He's
I'm not
gone.
racing you. I got a Nissan Altima and your car looks like Transformers. What are you talking about? But with like the car clubs and like the car community. Now I always hear about racing or like donuts and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Not to out yourself, but like have you ever done something like that?
Not really. When it comes to like the donuts and stuff like that I've been hearing as well. I try and stay away from that. I haven't really been to what they call a car meet out here in the valley
Army.
for quite a couple of years, I'm gonna say. Only because they started getting a little too reckless and police were just cracking down. So I haven't really been to one. Don't really want to burn my car. I love enjoying it, I love driving it. So I don't want to take it out and have the fear that hey, I got heat on me and people, the cops are gonna pull me over and stuff. Because it's tough
Yeah.
as it is right now. With all this emission stuff, electric, save the environment type of stuff. Not so much the environment, but just like the police enforcing it because of all the recklessness that is going on right now at these car meets.
Mm, I get you.
So I haven't really been going out, just playing it safe. I do have like a good set of buddies that we, go out, go to the car wash, wash our cars, and then just cruise, whether it be up 74 all the way to Banning, you know, just cruising down 111, just chilling. Yeah.
Damn. So it when you used to attend, because you said you attended a couple, right?
Mhm.
Um, so when you would attend, is it more like a Fast and Furious type vibe? Like I don't
Yeah,
know, like
I could say
bunch of
yeah.
girls, bunch of racing, bunch of
Lots of cars for sure
like
out here.
Lolos.
Not so much Lolos, just a lot of like, they call it JDM, a lot of Honda Civics, and then like the American Muscle, the Mustangs, the Camaros, stuff like that. Pull
Right.
up, park, check out the cars, walk up and down the aisles, and just relax, have a good time, get to know people. But not so much like music or stuff like that. For that, you'd have to go to like a show and have some
Mm,
fun there.
dang. So with most of the shows that you've attended and like, you've been a part or you've been a part of, is it always just off the looks or is it more like, oh, can yours do this? Because like the shows I've been to, they've always had like the Lolo, which one could go
Hmm.
higher,
Hmm.
or
The
which
little
one can like
competitions.
go on three and ride farther, or
Hmm.
like wild stuff like the wet t-shirt contest. Like what goes on at these car
So,
shows.
so there's no wet t-shirt contest at all.
Okay.
Let me just put that out there. But for the most part, they have some do have certain competitions like a burnout competition, see who can do the best burnout. They'll have what they call a two-step um, competition, which is what I was showing you when we were shooting that video, where you rev it up and just have the RPMs just bounce off up and down. And some cars get really crazy with that, shooting flames and stuff, making it loud pops and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Um, but for the most part, oh, they also have what they call a limbo contest, see whose car is the lowest, drive underneath a bar and see who could get
No.
the lowest. So that's pretty cool. For the most part, some shows, like I said, offer drifting events. You get to see some pros drifting. Some offer drag racing, so you get to pull up and start racing people, all under
Damn.
safe precautions, and those get pretty intense. Just
Yeah,
seeing
I
how fast
bet.
these cars are built, but it's been pretty cool. Just enjoying those type of shows, and the little contests that they hold within them.
Yeah. Dude, I would love to see like a one-on-one Fast and Furious type race,
Yeah,
Like, are you
yeah,
ready? And then it just go and then it go.
go.
That would be cool, man. That would be
Yeah,
super
they're
cool.
pretty dope. They're pretty dope.
Dang, okay, so man, that's a lot to take in, especially like the drifting. I didn't even think
Yeah.
about drifting. I forgot all about the drifting. Like, have you
Yes.
ever drifted or have you ever attempted it?
Uh, nah, I can't do it only because I'm driving a Honda and it's front wheel drive, so there's not necessarily enough power to make it slide. But they
Oh,
they
okay.
get pretty down. They get pretty down with it, moving sideways and almost hitting barriers and stuff. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm assuming like drifting can get pretty like dangerous if you don't know what you're doing or if you're
Yeah. So
learning.
yeah, yeah. So for sure they try and leave it to the professionals and bring out some people that can do it professionally and safely as well.
Yeah. So I remember Danny said he was working on not his truck. What's the one he's working on right now?
The
The
Volkswagen.
Bug, the Volkswagen.
Yeah.
So do you help Danny or is he just like on a solo mission?
No, no, no. We've been helping them, us and Pops, and even Ashley's been working on the car. Um, so far, we're I don't want to put his business out there, but we're prepping it, getting some body work done, and figuring out some suspension details, and hopefully getting it, onto the next step and out pretty quick, pretty soon.
Right. So besides the car you have, are you working on a car right now?
No, right now I've just been focusing on the Civic. If I would have kept the Prelude, then I would have probably been focusing on that one more. I did try to build an Impala that I have at the family ranch right now, but it's just been sitting for now. It's over there in Brawley, so it's kind of hard to like work on it, without actually going all the way out there every other day. The
Yeah.
mileage, the gas. So I'm thinking, maybe when I have a little spot to work on it, and some space, then maybe bring it over or bring another car and start working on it.
Dang. So have you made, I guess, your dream car already? Or is that Impala the mission?
The Impala for sure right now is the dream. I would love to have that built and cruising that, have that like a Sunday car, just something
Okay.
different. You know what I mean? But
Like
for
some
sure,
oldies.
I've been yeah, for sure. But for now, I've just been, enjoying the Civic, making it go fast as I can, and just making it, my dream and making it my own style for sure.
Nice. So with your Impala, like what color um do you want it to look? Like how does it look? I know now
Uh,
it's probably like all run down, like you
yeah, right now it's just all rusted up. But my dream would be to, have it all chromed out, all the bumpers and everything. Maybe like a greenish Sprite kind of green. Um,
Ooh,
and
okay.
then just work on getting it on some lowriders and stuff, on some hydros and stuff for sure.
Nice. So are you into like those? You said hydros, right? So you're into like
Yeah,
it
oh for
bouncing?
sure. Yeah,
So
for
like you want
sure.
to ride down
I,
and like
and just start hopping. Just pull up to the line and just start hopping.
I get you, I get you.
I in my Civic, because my Civic is on air suspension, so I can go lowrider. I think it was a Cutlass, and the dude looked over. I looked over to the dude, and he looked at me, and I aired out, so I slammed it. And then this dude just pops up on three wheels, and I'm like, damn. So I just started going up and down with my air as slow as I could, and this dude's just hopping right there. I was like, all right, you got me.
I get you, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened right now. I think one of your
I think
ear
my
pods like died or
microphone
something.
was my AirPods. Are,
Oh, okay. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, dude, that's crazy. Like how is it with like the car community? Is it like super competitive?
Not really. I mean, everybody wants to be the fastest, you know what I mean? Have that title. But for the most part, it's a pretty encouraging community, that just wants people to, you know, push further, push the limit, and just, make their dreams or their vision come alive. So it's a pretty encouraging community for sure.
Dang. So how fast have you gone?
Um, I've hit over 130.
Bro, it's fast.
Nice.
That's some
Yeah,
scary. Like, where do you
yeah.
even go to
But
go
when you're
that
there, I
fast?
mean, it, you just hop on the freeway and go, bro. But for the most part, like, most of my friends, I'm pretty sure they can vouch or say the same thing. The faster you go, the better I feel I drive, or the better or more alert I am to what's going on, because I got to be more alert. So,
Yeah, because
yeah.
any
And
wrong move is it's bad.
yeah, done right there. But for the most part, I'm a chill driver for the most part. I do love, going fast, but it's not something that I like beat on my car every day and try to shred it. I try to take care of my things. I'm putting a lot of effort and time and money into it, so I for sure want to take care of it.
Oh, I get you. So
Yeah,
with cars going low, because yours goes low, right?
yeah.
Can you make it go low, or is it already low?
I have it. So it's with the air suspension, I have the option to either ride it high or ride it low. For the most part, I keep it at a low but drivable height. And then when I park it, I just slam it.
Yeah, just like, ah.
Yeah. They call it, you got to air out for the president. So you just air it out as soon as you pull up. Here it go, psh, and then everybody's breaking their necks trying to see your car.
Yeah, because like I've seen that one time. I don't even know what they called it when I was younger, but I guess scraping, because like the
Mhm.
dude was happy, like he went so low, and he was
Yeah,
like, but it was like barely scraping, like
yeah,
barely, and he was like, yeah, this is dope, and I was honestly I never understood why like being so low, like I mean the wheels, it looks funny because the wheels are kind of like buried inside the car,
mhm.
but like I just never understood why.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, you want to, the lower the car looks, the cleaner it looks to me. I did have a buddy who had a old Ford, a little bomb type of car, lowrider, and he actually had a metal plate underneath the front of his car, so that when he's driving, he could pop the rear end up and just scrape the front, and as he's
Oh,
driving, he's just doing like sparks coming out the back. So
damn,
not gonna lie, that was pretty dope.
damn.
Yeah,
That's weird, man.
yeah, it
I
looked
mean,
dope
it,
though.
it looks cool. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes it looks cool, but I just wonder, like, don't you mess up your car like that? Like,
No, not if you take like the proper precautions. You want to make sure that when you're going low, you're not gonna make yourself vulnerable. to like breaking an oil pan or breaking a suspension unit. So you take a lot of things into consideration when you drop a car or you lower it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
can you manually like pick it up when you hit a speed bump?
Yeah, so I have a remote. I got a sponsorship through this company called Airlift Performance. They have one of the most advanced air management systems. Not so much the bags, but the management that tells the car to go up and down.
Oh, okay.
So it's got one harness, and you just hook it up to either your phone or to the remote that they give you. And it's pretty simple setup, and you just at the click of a button goes up, or a click of another button it goes down. It just depends what you're trying to do. Instead of doing like actual switches to make it go up, you got a remote and you can just press a button and the whole car lifts up or a side of it, depending on what you want.
I get you. So like you
Yeah,
push buttons, like car picks up,
yeah, pretty
goes
much.
over.
Yeah, no
Man,
issues with speed bumps anymore.
dang. Well, they're like your worst enemy, right? Or no?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And when I had the Prelude, on the Prelude, I had what they call coilovers, which is like an adjustable suspension. And I was about 3/4 of an inch from being all the way slammed. So I was about like that much away from the ground, from scraping. So you could catch me going diagonal on speed bumps or just avoiding them and going around, find another
Dang,
entrance. Yeah.
dang, that sucks.
It's about that life. So you gotta, you know,
Yup.
leave with a little bit extra
So
time to
what's
plan.
worse, a speed bump or a dip? Like
I
which one have you
oh
messed up your
let me
car
put it
with?
this way. Let me put it this way. An unexpected dip is the worst.
Oh yeah, definitely.
When you
That's
don't
like for
see it
anybody. That's
coming
like
and
you
you just
know?
yeah, is that's absolute the worst. Speed bumps you can find other ways around it. You just hope that you don't get stuck and start teetering right there. Um,
Oh, that was
but
suck.
I would say an unexpected dip, your heart just like stops for a minute and you're just like, should I break something? Let me just put the radio up. It's making a weird noise.
Yeah, like you hear something after, you're like, nah, we're good. We're
We're
good.
good. I'll check it out later.
Yeah, man. I remember I was in the car with my friend. We were little. His mom, I guess she didn't see the dip. She hit it hard. She hit it so
Yeah.
hard the airbag deployed. Like,
Oh,
bah! Like all it was like
damn.
it was one hit and then the car went like that, right? And then
Uh-huh.
another hit from the airbag. I
Dang.
was like,
You know how
what?
hard people think like it's the airbag is deployed or anything. You know how hard you have to hit a car to make the airbag pop out? Like they're meant to like feel like collisions, like a car
Yeah.
versus car. For it to pop out on a dip, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I just remember we're in the back seat and then it was like a big like doof, you know? It's
Yeah,
crazy. But man,
it's crazy.
speaking of airbags, have you ever had an airbag like hit you?
Nah, I've never actually been in a car accident, so thank God for that. I
Oh, that's good. That's
I was
good.
at the border a couple weeks ago, and some lady tapped my rear bumper. No damage, but that's about as much as I've ever been into a collision. I was pretty mad because the lady was giving me attitude for hitting my car. I have no idea
Oh, I get
why.
you.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just trying to get her insurance. She made a big old deal about it, but whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but never been in a collision. Praise God, thank God for that. Don't want to see what that's like. I did handle auto accidents for a good 5 years. They always come unexpectedly, so always be prepared for them. You
Yeah.
just never know when they're gonna happen. But thank God I haven't been in one. So let's hope we stay like
Yeah.
that.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah,
Hopefully you don't ever have to experience something, especially like
yeah,
something really bad. Because I was in a really bad car accident, and I didn't even know that I had like a giant, like it was like a half face. Like one side of my face was like super bruised, and the other side was just bleeding from like cuts. Because dude, I didn't even
man.
feel the airbag. I felt it like the
Yeah,
next day, but I
yeah,
didn't even feel the airbag for the most part. But yeah, dude, accidents are crazy,
yeah, yeah.
super
They are.
crazy.
So make sure you're prepared. Have the proper insurance, and make sure
Yeah.
you're covered.
That's gotta be weird, huh? Like when someone hits you or like a little, they hit you barely or they scratch it a little. It's always a hassle. Like, why do they have to make it to where you have to get out? My name is
Yeah,
so and so, give me your insurance. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. Like, look, you hit me. Can you just,
Yeah,
why do they do it like that? It should just
I
be
don't
like,
know.
look at
And
take
you
a picture of license plate and like
and just dip,
whatever.
whatever, let the insurance work it out. But this lady had like her kids in the driver's seat. She had no child seat, so it was just she was already dealing with a lot, and then she
Being
hit me.
reckless.
Yeah. So after that, I tried to get it a couple times, got into arguments, and at that point, it was just like, you know what, there's really isn't any damage. I don't need to be dealing with this. Just leave me alone. Go your way. I'm gonna go my way. Never gonna see
Yeah.
you ever again. So
I get you. It's
yeah,
pretty weird, like how people like their mannerisms in the car. Like when people have their
yeah,
dogs, like look, I love my dog, but I'm not gonna
yeah,
put my dog on my lap while I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
yeah,
dangerous.
yeah. You gotta be focused.
Right? You gotta
you're
drive.
driving a killing machine. That those things kill people every day. From driving recklessly. So gotta be full alert for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because cars, man. What do you think about cars that drive themselves?
Oh, that's a trip. I've never been in one. I've seen like videos of them. They trip me out for sure. Like,
Crazy,
I
huh?
don't know, like, supposedly the robots are smarter than us, but are they able to make like those split second decisions and, brake or, I
Yeah.
don't know. They could just have like a one bad issue. My computer has issues like every day.
Hmm.
Now to put a car in and take me places, that gets pretty weird.
Yeah, like I don't
So
know how
yeah.
I'm gonna feel one day when like out of nowhere, like the Tesla's just driving next to me and it knows that I'm right next to it. Like I was kind of weird. Like, what if
Yeah.
there's construction that day? How does the Tesla know? You
Yeah.
know, does it know
Does it
when to
know?
merge? Does it know? I don't know. It's
Yeah,
pretty
those
weird,
are
man. Like you gotta
yeah.
be that thing's gotta be smart. It's gotta have a mind of its own somehow.
I mean, people are trusting it to drive them home, and they just take naps in the seat. So it's pretty
I don't know about
crazy.
that one.
I
Like,
wouldn't
look,
trust
I
it with
love
that.
Tesla. I love Tesla. They look cool as hell. And just the
Yeah.
idea, it looks cool. But I'm not gonna let the car drive for me, bro. That's weird.
Nah, 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 nah. And I like to be in control, especially of a car. So definitely not gonna throw that feature on.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But man, so like in the future, have you thought about getting a car that's just all electric? Or is it just like
You know what? I don't think I would. I mean, the laws are changing. Everybody's moving that way. So I'm assuming eventually I'm gonna have to just get one. Um, the furthest thing that I've got to like electrical was like a hybrid that I test drove. It didn't really have any like pizzazz or any excitement about it, so
I
I'm
get
not
you?
too sure. I hear those Teslas are pretty fast. I would love to drive one.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
If
That
I ever get
they're
there,
crazy fast.
yeah. But for the most part, I mean, I like my cars. I like my gas cars. So
I get you. Yeah, because like it's kind of
especially like
weird.
yeah. And then especially like you get like the older cars that you start them up and you can already start smelling the gas. That's just amazing.
Yeah, like instead of like I don't even know how to turn on a Tesla. I'm assuming it's like a button. I
I'm
don't
assuming
know.
it's a button. We're not there yet. We'll learn one day.
Yeah, I mean my car's a button, but I would assume like, a button's normal now. So what's a Tesla?
Yeah,
Like, your whole hand, like, I don't know, like
Face ID or something.
just like scan your whole face and bam, it's ready to go. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's weird. Like have you ever been in a Tesla? You never
I've
drove
never
one
been.
before?
No.
Man, me either. I want to. I've always like seen it outside, like, but they didn't let me sit in it, so I was like,
Yeah,
all right.
we gotta go rent one, Gabe. Just take it for a test drive.
I thought about that for the music video. But every time like this Turo app, I think that's what it's called, Turo,
Yeah,
where you like you rent a car
you can
for a
rent a car.
day. But I
Hmm.
didn't know you were renting a car from like the actual person, like it's their
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
And so
personal
I
cars.
yeah, so I told the guy, and there was one girl, because I wanted to get a Tesla Model X, kind of like
Hmm.
wings.
Yeah,
This was cool as hell. It's like a little van.
yeah,
But when they said, why do you need? Because I told them like I'll pay for a day, but I'll bring it back like in 5 hours.
yeah.
Like, and they're like, well, what are you gonna do with it? And they're saying you're not gonna do nothing like dirty, right? And I'm like, nah. I was just like, I'm just gonna film a music video and then bring it back. And yeah, they didn't like that. They're like, no, no, no. no
My
music
plates, my
videos.
plates. Don't show my plates.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I could cover your plates, and they're like, no, I don't want no music videos. So I'm like, all right, it's all right. It's your car, so I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to get a Model X, like for the music video, or just any Tesla in general, because I like Tesla. Tesla's cool as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of a struggle because like I only have 2 days, and then I have to work the schedule within those 2 days because I work all day from Monday to Friday.
Mm,
So I try my best to fix everything in. But the video is coming along good. We
mm,
did use the parts with your car,
mm,
but we anticipated to put like most of the
mhm.
shots, but I guess we're just gonna put a couple shots with your car and then a couple
Oh,
with
okay.
I'm trying to get skaters in it. It's like we'll see what happens. It's
Yeah.
kind of like all over the place. It's
Yeah.
honestly all over the place, but I kind of like it like that because I don't really want
Yeah.
just like a simple video or
Yeah.
I mean, like you put up videos of your car, right? Or
Mhm.
pictures and stuff like that.
Photos
Like,
and
do you
stuff.
play
Yeah.
the social media game? Like, do you put out stuff like
You
that?
know, there's some days where I feel like, yeah, let's play it. Some days I'm just like, I'm over it. I don't want to play it. The what they call, I guess, the algorithms change almost every month. So it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to like figure out like what's gonna, go. You know, Back in the day, with the Prelude, I pretty much had it, dialed in, and I could post a photo and get, a couple hundred likes. Nowadays, with this new algorithms where you're only able to reach like the people you interact with, it kind of makes it a little more difficult. So I just share it. Whoever sees it, sees it. I try not to worry about it anymore. At this point, it's just like I like my car. I enjoy driving my car. My buddies like my car. So what more do I want at that point?
Yeah. I mean, is there like a lane to, I guess, start getting, I guess, paid somehow? Like, as far as like a car goes, can you use your card like for a career, I guess?
I guess if I want to do like advertisement on it, you could, put like an ad on it, check out this website or something like that, and then get paid
Oh, I
off of
get
that.
you.
I've heard of people doing that. For the most part, I don't really see. I know people that play the YouTube game and then they
Mm.
specifically focus on like working on cars, showing like the things that they're doing to their cars, like vlogs of them working on the
Oh,
car.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I know people that for sure are getting paid off of that. Not much, but I mean, you're doing what you enjoy and getting a little bit of bread off of it. So what more can you want?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get on the YouTube game, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because it reminded me of so me and the homie Frankie, right? We posted a video and we were like, I think we were like 16. We posted
Mhm.
a video of us rapping because we're like, we're young and we want to be cool, so we're on YouTube
Yeah,
now. And I think we only got like 50 views, right?
yeah.
And Frankie's dad, he posted a video how to change your radiator or something like
Mhm.
that. And he got tons of views, bro. I forgot how much views he got, but I remember it was like thousands of views, and it was just simple stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny because like I guess now you could say it's a little oversaturated. Like everyone's a car guy,
yeah. Everybody's
everyone's
a YouTube
this.
guy for sure, or a YouTube
Yeah,
person. That's the new wave. Trying to get on, trying to make some content, and a lot of people are succeeding in it. You just got to work hard at it and devote a lot of time into it for sure.
yeah, dude, it takes a lot. Like editing
Yeah,
videos, especially if
yeah.
you're doing it all by yourself. It could be a lot for one person, like especially like with music and like all of that. Like what I do
Hmm.
now, I think that's why a lot of people are like, where are you at? What are you doing? Because I used to post like consistently all the
Hmm.
time. Here it is, we're good. But nah, now I just do I call it the ghost and no, I call it the post and ghost. So I
Mm.
post it and I dip. So like
Okay,
when,
okay.
people DM me and they're like, yo, bro, like you were just on, like, what's up with you? And I'm like, well, and then I answer them like 6 hours or 7 hours later. And I'm like, oh, dude, like I just posted and I dip. Like, you got my number, bro.
Yeah.
Like, um, I don't know. I don't really play too much of the social media game, even though like I'm an artist and I have to. It's what I
Hmm.
have to do. Um, but yeah, I just don't really mess with it that much
Hmm.
because it's all it could be like misleading. It's all a game.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
It's
You
really
know,
weird.
for the most part, I'll post something, or I'll post for like a week straight, and then you won't hear nothing from me for like 6 weeks. You know, so
Yeah, like I
I'm on
remember
there. I'm
I
checking it
remember
out,
that.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
like I'll see you post a bit. I'm like, all right, and then like that's it. It's not on the
quiet.
recommended. But yeah, I kind of feel like that's everybody though, because like if you think about it, I feel like social media is getting played out a little.
Yeah, I mean, it's becoming like for me specifically, it's becoming a little bit draining. Always have to worry about like, okay, I gotta find some pictures. I gotta meet up with my buddy who takes my photos. Pay him. And then think of creative captions. To make this all fit together. So it
Yeah,
gets into with the daily other stuff that I'm dealing with, like work and stuff. It gets a little exhausting. Like that's the least thing that I want to think about. Like I put some new stuff on my car, let me enjoy them, and then I'll worry about posting them later.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Well, thanks, man. This has been great. I think we had a good
yeah,
conversation about. I think I learned a lot about cars because honestly, like I don't really know much about cars. Like
yeah.
you explaining like how what goes into your car and like why people like it really low.
Thank you for having me, bro. I've enjoyed this conversation. If you ever want to go to the show, let me know. I'll take you to one.
Yeah, dude. I mean, let me know when you guys have shows because honestly, I'm available every weekend. So
Yeah,
if there's shows, considerably close, I'll stop by, show some support.
yeah, for sure. We could do
Cool.
that.
Hell yeah, man. And I'll update you about when the video drops so you can check it
Oh, for
out.
sure. I'm
I'll
excited
probably
for
put like
that.
a
I want to
private
see it.
link or something so everyone can see it before it drops and then
I'm gonna leak
check
it.
that out.
I'm gonna leak it.
Leak it, bro. Give everyone the link, bro. All right, man. Well, thanks again. I appreciate
For
you
sure.
for doing this little podcast. And yeah, have a good day, bro.
You as well,
Peace.
bro. Peace.